Learn how you could give your eyes a fresh start at TEDhelp.com.
Yo!
The Amazing Race, new season, Wednesday, 9:30, 8:30 Central on CBS.
This is NCIS. Everyone here is a bit unusual and keeps the bad guys on their toes.
Hands on your head!
Rogue state, terrorists, on to the next one.
It has got a certain ring to it. NCIS Sydney.
NCIS Sydney, Tuesday, November 14th on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Are you digging this early fall weather? I'll show you how lovely our week is looking, plus when and where a few sprinkles could drop. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, as state lawmakers work through abortion legislation, some Democrats are starting to vote no. Why they say some of the legislation goes too far. Plus, dozens attend tonight's Dickinson County Commission meeting requesting the board make Dickinson a Second Amendment sanctuary county. And 11 days of striking, and it appears the United Auto Workers Union is no closer to a contract agreement with the Detroit Big Three automakers, where some union workers have seen progress. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Well, Ariane, are some counties still expecting some showers overnight tonight?
Possibly, Sarah. I mean, we're talking very few sprinkles. It's going to be mostly along that Wisconsin border, most likely Iron County as well as Dickinson and Menominee counties, but everybody else staying fairly dry. We could see muggy conditions returning on Friday, maybe even Saturday. The rest of the week, comfy temperatures in that 65 to 70, 75 degree range. We might be dropping down, though, into the mid 40s in the next couple of evenings. Right now, temperatures 55 to 65. Your 7-day outlook and more after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Developing now, an Iron Mountain man is in custody and facing charges after police say he made threats toward Kingsford schools. 30-year-old Kyle Holmberg appeared for arraignment by Zoom today. He faces one count of a false report or threat of terrorism, a 20-year felony. The Iron Mountain Police Department and Kingsford Public Safety received a report from a tip line Sunday around 4 p.m. of a possible threat to either Woodland Elementary School or North Elementary School. Police say the alleged threat was supposed to happen during the school's Spirit Week. After determining Holmberg was the suspect, police got a search warrant and arrested him at his home around 10 p.m. Sunday. In court today, it was revealed that numerous guns and ammunition were seized from his home, including an AR-style rifle. His bond was set at $250,000 cash or surety. WZMQ will provide updates to this story as it develops. An Iron Mountain man is hospitalized with critical injuries after an ATV crash early Sunday morning. The Dickinson County Sheriff's Department says it happened around 1:20 a.m. on Turner Road in Sagola Township. The 20-year-old driver veered off the road, rolled the machine, and crashed into a tree. Deputies responded to the emergency alert from the man's iPhone, which helped lead first responders to his location. The man was taken to UP Health System Marquette for critical injuries. The crash is still under investigation. New at 11, a Dickinson County group petitioned the commission tonight to declare Dickinson a Second Amendment sanctuary county. Board members heard from the Dickinson County Republican Committee, which went before the board to request commissioners show support for the Second Amendment. The room was packed and it was standing room only in some parts. One gun rights advocate who refused to remove his hat after being requested to do so by a board member still made his thoughts known to the board.
All took oath of this office, you raised your hand and said you were going to swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And so at this point, we are moving into reseat, remove any career politician who decides that they do not want to uphold the Constitution of the United States, does not back the Second Amendment.
Commissioners took no action on the matter tonight as there were no resolutions about it for consideration. Meanwhile, the recall of one Delta County commissioner is one step closer to appearing on the ballot next May. The Delta County Citizens for Ethical Leadership has been collecting signatures in support of the recall of Commissioners David Moyle, Bob Barron, and Robert Peterson. Today, the group turned in the completed petition for District 4, which is Moyle's district. 666 signatures were required, and the group collected more than 800. The petition now goes through a review process to ensure at least 666 signatures are valid. Moyle will then have 30 days to challenge any of those signatures, and he says he plans to conduct a review with a team of people into both the signatures and the circulators of the petition. The Citizens for Ethical Leadership has collected 85% of the needed signatures for Barron's district and more than 50% for Peterson's district. In Lansing, legislators continue work on the Reproductive Health Act bills, but as committees continue to review the package, Democrats have started to speak out in opposition of the bills. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with members of Planned Parenthood's Reproductive Health Act Coalition to learn more about what's in the bills and why some Democrats are starting to vote no.
Last week, parts of Michigan's Reproductive Health Care Act passed in the House Health Policy Committee. During the vote, one Democrat voted against passing the bill package, which has raised some concerns on whether or not the RHA will make it to the governor's desk.
We and our elected officials must follow the will of the voters and make sure that these rights are actually felt and accessible by everyone.
Dr. Hallie Crispin is an OB/GYN with the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecologists. She explained that there are three main components causing conflict at the moment: aspects that would provide Medicaid coverage for reproductive health care, eliminate the 24-hour waiting period and informed consent laws, and overwrite TRAP laws or target restrictions on abortion providers.
These laws are designed with the implication that abortion care is dangerous and thus requires special scrutiny and regulation to keep patients safe. But the reality is, the fact is that abortion care is extremely safe.
State Representative Karen Winsett from Michigan's 4th House District says she voted no because her constituents have said they don't want to see any further restrictions loosened. But members of Planned Parenthood of Michigan's Reproductive Health Act Coalition say the district voted in favor of similar legislation last fall.
Representative Winsett's opposition to the Reproductive Health Act is deeply out of step with the will of her constituents. 74% of voters in Representative Winsett's district supported Proposal 3.
As lawmakers continue reviewing the legislation in the House, House Democrats say they hope the RHA will see a vote in the coming weeks. But with a majority at just 56 to 54, one vote could keep the act from passing in the House. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
In Washington, the government is set to run out of money and shut down at midnight Saturday unless Congress comes up with a way to pass a spending bill to keep it operating. But fighting amongst some House Republicans is making it look more and more likely that at least a partial shutdown is going to happen. Skylar Henry has the report.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy sounded frustrated with some of his colleagues who were pushing towards a government shutdown.
Why would they want to stop paying the troops or stop paying the border agents or the Coast Guard? I don't understand how that makes you stronger. I don't understand what point you're trying to make.
But hardline conservative House members say they won't vote for any spending bill, long-term or short-term, without massive spending cuts.
Now, the folks that want to keep their word to their constituents, we're the bad guys. And all we want to do is have responsible government, ma'am. You cannot keep spending, you can't keep spending $7 trillion when you're only taking in $5 trillion.
McCarthy says the House will move forward Tuesday on 4 of the 12 spending bills needed to keep the government running.
Complicating the negotiations, GOP presidential candidates out on the campaign trail weighing in on the fight.
Former President Trump is campaigning in South Carolina. He posted on social media that he thinks the public will blame President Biden if there is a shutdown. So he's advising Republicans, unless you get everything, shut it down.
Funding the government is one of the most basic fundamental responsibilities of Congress. And if Republicans in the House don't start doing the job, we should stop electing them.
The White House says politics could harm millions of Americans who will be impacted by a government shutdown.
The White House added that Republicans agreed to a budget deal in the spring and that now House Republicans are trying to renegotiate that deal. As the United Auto Workers union strike hits day 11, the union isn't backing down, and soon 2 noteworthy guests will be joining workers this week. Overnight, Canadian auto workers ratified a new agreement with Ford. Alicia Bergio is in Warren with the latest.
As day 11 of the United Auto Workers strike against the Big Three continues to gain momentum, still no sign of either side willing to make a deal. And outside the Stellantis parts distribution plant here in Warren, auto workers are not afraid to have their voices heard.
No contract! No work!
Tensions high Monday morning as contract negotiations have yet to be settled after UAW President Shawn Fain announced the strike of 38 plants only a few days ago.
It's time to show the companies we are united, and we are fired up, and we are ready for a record contract.
The strike now grabbing national attention. President Joe Biden expected to meet with auto workers on the picket lines in Metro Detroit Tuesday afternoon. Following that visit, former president and GOP frontrunner Donald Trump also planning to make an appearance to show his support in Clinton Township on Wednesday. What do these visits mean for union workers ahead of the next election?
It shows that we are still a very relevant demographic that, both parties need to pay more attention to, do more to support us, and not just at election time. They need to be more sympathetic of our cause, that we are not here just for us. We are not greedy people that are just looking to get another house, another boat, another car. We're here to try to ensure that the future of the middle class is sustained.
If he's not here to support us, we don't want him here. Bottom line, he's here to get in line, to push what we're looking for. We bring them. We want everybody that's here to be here to supporting us.
President Biden will be visiting striking workers tomorrow. When asked today if he supported the union, he said in part, the UAW gave up an incredible amount back when the automobile industry was going under, and I think now that the industry is roaring back, they should participate in the benefit of that. Former President Donald Trump is also expected to visit striking workers on Wednesday. And as negotiations on a new contract continue, local repair shops say a prolonged strike could lead to a shortage of supplies. Ray Strickland spoke with a shop in Ferndale.
Morning, Wetmore's. Business is booming at Wetmore's Repair Shop in Ferndale. Their garage is packed with cars needing to be fixed. But if the strike by the United Auto Workers goes longer than expected, the shop may have to pump the brakes on repairs. Dave Pesky is Wetmore's service manager.
At times during COVID, we had a hard time getting parts because the manufacturers were all laid off and nobody's really working. This could potentially be the same situation.
Dave says the strike against Detroit's automakers will impact the supply chain, leading to a shortage of car parts.
If the dealers are not have the parts that we need, then the customers aren't going to get their cars fixed.
And he says that will affect their bottom line.
If it doesn't leave here, we don't make our money. So.
Like much of the country, Wetmore's is paying close attention to the negotiations between the union and the automakers. Dave says he hopes they can reach a deal sooner rather than later.
Hopefully they can come to an agreement here real soon so we don't have to worry about this issue.
And Dave says the shop is good on supplies for now, but he says if this strike goes on for a few months or up to a year, that could all change.
Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, why farmers are joining with those in the tech industry and pushing for right to repair legislation. How they say being prevented from working on their own machinery is slowing down business. And the push for getting more AEDs into schools nationwide. One family shares their story of a close call. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Add beautiful color to your projects with Minwax Wood Finish. This penetrating formula delivers oil-rich color in one single coat and dries in just 2 hours. Get a quart for only $10.99 after rebate. Protect your projects with a top coat finish. Fast-drying polyurethane provides long-lasting protection for all types of wood surfaces. Right now, pick up a quart for just $12.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Who's with me?
Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Escanaba and Delta County, home to beautiful beaches, Lake Michigan, lighthouses, pretty parks, and great people. It's why so many are proud to say, this is home. I'm Lily Simmons. I'll show you what's happening here every day. In your schools, your communities, and businesses, sharing what makes this area so special.
Lily Simmons reports from Delta County, weeknights at 6 and 11, only on WZMQ 19 News.
When two celebrity-led teams
What is this?
face off
it's a Harley-drawn swan.
in a game of quick draw,
1, 2, 3, shoot!
it's fast-paced family fun for all. Pictionary. Every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS. Local news and weather 24/7, whenever you need it. WZMQ 19 News is on the world's #1 streaming platform, Roku. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Right now, our winds are primarily coming out of the east and fairly calm to light, and we will see things kick up a bit tomorrow. Let's take a look here this evening. Maybe some gusts over in Ontonagon and Houghton up to about 12 or 14 miles an hour. And then tomorrow, our gust outlook, keep your eye over here on Houghton and then down along Lake Michigan, especially Manistee, as we can see maybe gusts up to about 27 miles an hour down there by 4 p.m. And then it's going to be fairly breezy for our Tuesday evening, especially in the eastern portion of the UP. Right now, those temperatures 55 to about 65 degrees, mostly clear skies, as you can see in the north half, and then a little bit cloudier down south, and that's where those clouds are going to hang. Overnight, we could see some pushing in the north, but tomorrow we'll expect cloudier skies along that Wisconsin border as well. And then we've got some chances of precipitation, not so much this evening, but maybe around 2 o'clock in the morning, especially in Iron County, and then some precipitation possible tomorrow. Taking a look at Wednesday, we've got partly sunny skies, but we could see a little bit more cloudier conditions. That muggy meter, as our temperatures are still fairly warm, we could be muggy tomorrow, then a little bit cool before those conditions return on Friday and maybe even Saturday. So just be prepared for that. Like I didn't tell you, it's not going to be a surprise. Most of our precipitation down south and to the west of us, as you can see, some thunderstorms down there in the southwest corner of Wisconsin, and Ironwood getting a lot of action the past couple of hours with some showers this evening. Right now, though, we're looking fairly dry and clear out there as far as precipitation. And like I said, those clouds could be increasing overnight. And then tomorrow morning, we'll expect more clouds down south, especially in Menominee County, where we could see some scattered showers as well in the afternoon. Most of that activity is going to be hanging out in the central portions of the UP and the south central portions. Into our Tuesday evening, a little bit cloudier conditions for that night. And then Wednesday morning will be mostly sunny over here on the east half. Again, chances of showers continuing. Hopefully, though, things are expecting to dry out there in the early evening on Wednesday. Mostly clear to partly cloudy skies for our Wednesday night. Tuesday, looking at school for Newberry, about 51 degrees at 7 a.m. Mostly sunny skies, those clouds moving back in by 3 p.m. 70 degrees is that expected temperature during that time. And then we'll see mostly sunny skies later on. Friday, Escanaba's homecoming. We've got the parade at 5 o'clock. Temperature should be about 65 degrees with a little bit of breeze and mostly sunny skies. Our 7-day outlook for Marquette, nice 60s till about Friday. We'll warm up just a little bit. Strut Your Mutt is looking perfect.
It is officially fall, and that means corn maze season is in full swing. Getzloff Corn Maze in Wilson, that's in Menominee County, opened in 2009 with 7 acres, and the maze has continued to grow every year. Getzloff also has a pumpkin patch, hay rides through the woods, live animals, and other activities for the kids. The owners say the maze is fun for all ages, but there's also a game hidden inside the maze for those who want a little challenge.
5 different color posts out there. The objects try to find all 5 of them. And if you do, you pretty much see all the maze. They're kind of dead ends, some of them. It can take you as long as you want. If you want to go through it fast, 20 minutes you'll go through it. But if you want to find all the poles, it's going to take a good hour.
Getzloff Corn Maze is open Fridays from 4 to 8 Eastern Time and Saturdays and Sundays from 10 to 8. Admission is $7 per person, and kids 4 and under get in for free. For years, consumers have been restricted from getting the information to repair their own electronics and appliances. American farmers have also been unable to repair tractors and other equipment they own. And as Barry Peterson reports, new laws are forcing changes.
Zach Wood is steering tens of thousands of dollars of high-tech farm equipment, like a GPS-guided planter that won't seed the same row twice. But a computer glitch can shut it all down, and then farmers in rural areas can wait days for a dealer's service call.
Does that increase the risk that you're going to lose the crop to weather?
Yeah, your combine's sitting on the side of the field and you can't use it, and you haven't cut most of the field, and before it hails it off, then you lose the whole thing.
Okay, let's go over to the other one. Zach's father, Danny, testified for Colorado's Farmer Right to Repair law, so farmers can get the information from dealers to do their own repair work. And he was there when the bill was signed into law.
Tell me why it has such resonance with farmers.
Farmers are not people that like to rely on others.
Some dealers for John Deere, America's biggest farm machinery maker, opposed the bill. John Deere declined an interview and sent an email saying in part, John Deere supports a customer's decision to repair their own products, utilize an independent repair service, or have repairs completed by an authorized dealer. State Representative Brianna Titone was among the law's sponsors and says right to repair addresses wider issues.
It comes down to a lot of the environmental issues around the consumer products that are just thrown away.
One study showed that if we repaired and used cell phones for another year, which would curtail, sometimes polluting manufacturing, it would be the same environmental benefit as taking more than 600,000 cars off the road.
So we need to replace that floor.
Right to repair will help farmers keep their equipment running, critical, they say, to keeping them in business.
There are right to repair laws in several states, while 24 others, including Michigan, are considering legislation. Still ahead tonight, hear from a family who hopes their story of a close call will encourage others to learn how to use an AED.
Who's with me? Come on!
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets, sleepwear, dog beds.
Whoa, Charles. Everyone now can get MyPillow products at huge discounts at MyPillow.com. That's right. Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our 3-in-1 sale. We're bringing you exciting new products, overstock specials, and closeout deals you won't find anywhere else. For example, when you buy one of my brand new MyPillow 2.0s, you get another one absolutely free. And with our overstock sale, you get our luxurious Giza Dream bed sheets for as low as $29.99. They truly are the best sheets ever. And with the biggest closeout special, we're clearing out our all-season My Slippers for only $25 and our sandals for just $19.50. Quantities are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here. Expect the unexpected.
You want money, maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Learn to adapt.
You're gonna use a glass, right?
Fine, hand me the big one.
Last man standing.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
History came to life this weekend at the Beaumere UP Heritage Center in Marquette. Reenactors were set up on the lawn of the center to celebrate the opening of the newest exhibit, which explores the 1820 expedition of Lewis Cass, the territorial governor at the time. The expedition had a large impact on what eventually became the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
This is a great topic that hasn't been covered, and it has a lot of fascinating connections to the local area, but also the history of the region, and it's just, I thought, that's a perfect idea.
The exhibit will remain in the museum until January. The UP Luge Club hit the hill over the weekend as it prepares for the winter season to begin. Instead of snow, lugers took turns steaming down some asphalt on Saturday. The event was a chance for the Luge Club to recruit new members and introduce the sport to people who have never had a chance to try it. The club members say luge might seem intimidating, but the club provides everything you need in order to give it a try.
They learn how to do the turns and they learn how to brake and all this stuff. It's a walkthrough basically. Yeah. Anybody can do it.
The luge season will start at the end of December, weather permitting. For more information about the UP Luge Club, just visit our website. Each year, more than 2,000 children in the U.S. die of sudden cardiac arrest, but CPR and automated external defibrillators can be life-saving. Bradley Blackburn has the story of one young man who had a very close call and how his parents and schools can be prepared with kids back in the classroom and on the sports field for this fall.
15-year-old Kanan Dickman was at soccer practice this summer when he lost consciousness.
We were on our second mile, and I just basically collapsed.
He was in sudden cardiac arrest. He has no memory of what happened, but his mother, Pam, does.
I'll never forget his eyes, because he just wasn't there.
Kanan's teammates and coaches rushed to help, locating an AED and using it within minutes. Automatic external defibrillators, or AEDs, can be life-saving. Data shows they can increase a child's chance of surviving cardiac arrest from 48% to 89%.
You can't hurt them with the AED. So if someone is unconscious, get the AED.
Dr. Naomi Cortez with Nationwide Children's Hospital says it's critical they're close by and used quickly.
You have 5 minutes from the time the person faints till possible brain damage and other end organ damage will occur.
Her organization, Project Adam, works with schools and communities nationwide to create heart-safe plans. Just 15 minutes of training can help teachers, coaches, even young students be prepared.
We ask that you do drills once a year to make sure people know where the AED is, are comfortable going to get it, and putting it on the child.
A life-saving step that gave Kanan another chance.
I can't really put it into words how grateful I am.
And a reminder the device only works if bystanders know how to use it.
Project Adam wants laws enacted to require AED drills in schools. The organization says schools should have traveling AEDs for athletic teams to always have on the field and at away games. Some brief scattered showers could pop up in the southern counties tonight, but overall, a pretty quiet night. Ariane has the outlook on the way. And fall fun in Big Bay over the weekend. A wrap-up of the annual Harvest Fest in our final story after this break.
The bathroom of your dreams is only a phone call away with BCI Bath and Shower. We can make your ordinary bath and shower extraordinary. This is not a cookie cutter design. This is a complete custom build that will fit your every need. It's never been easier or more affordable than right now to get the bathroom of your dreams. We have the best monthly programs in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no payments, no interest for 18 months with approved credit. The hardest part of your new bathroom is gutting and building the tub and shower. If your bathing area is old, there could be damage behind the walls and possible mold and mildew, which can be a serious safety issue. At BCI, we don't cover a problem, we fix it. Call now to get a never clean glass treated door with the no-track system at half off for the first 50 callers. Factory trained, certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military. Call 800-304-6841. 800-304-6841.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp, tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
A little cloudy down south here along that Wisconsin border. Everyone else fairly clear with temperatures starting to drop down into those 50s. For our Tuesday, we'll expect partly to mostly sunny skies, although we could be cloudier down south, especially with chances of showers coming in the afternoon. But temperatures still 65 to about 75. Friends, this week we have the harvest moon coming up. So just a heads up on that. It's also referred to as the corn moon, but harvest moon specifically because it gives farmers more time to collect all those crops because they've got a few extra nights of longer moonlight. So it rises at the same time for a few nights in a row. So fun fact. All right, Saturday in Iron Mountain, we've got the Walk to End Alzheimer's that starts at, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it should be lovely conditions for that. And your 7-day outlook here for Escanaba. We'll expect similar conditions to Marquette, nice and dry.
Finally tonight, Big Bay's Harvest Fest ran throughout the weekend, celebrating the onset of fall. Perkins Park kicked off Harvest Fest on Friday with a welcome party offering some free refreshments and live music. Then Saturday, the park closed the campground roads to all vehicles to allow campers to enjoy trick-or-treating without the danger of traffic. The festival also held a few contests, giving out awards for Best Decorated Campsite and Best Costumes.
Just a really wonderful, everyone gets really into it, and we decorate the park, and along with the campers decorating the park, it just really turns into a magical place.
And Harvest Fest activities concluded on Sunday morning with some coffee and donuts and live bluegrass. It was all free to anyone wanting to enjoy the last bit of the festival. I love fall. It's the best time of year.
I love that the weather looked really nice for that too. Mr. First Warning Weather, why didn't we go? We talked about going and we just didn't.
And the colors are already changing.
Beautiful.
It's the best time of year. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Shop our huge selection of Amish crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order with 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Since the 15th century, Antwerp, Belgium has been the city for diamonds. Erickson Jewelers is going overseas to this diamond capital